What's going on, my people? It is your guy Hopeful and bringing you some more Mugen League action. In this fighting game league, we put air control characters against each other in 2v2 matches. This video will contain set 3 of wave 9, which means the time to fight has finally come to Mugen League. Maybe 2 teams at least, minimum. So in the background, Shuriken Shadow charging up, Bartholomew Kuma all being attempted. He tried erupted Sakura and now went for a big Rasengan. Mugen League where we put Mugen League, where Mugen League where we put air control Mugen characters against each other in a league-based form. In this video, we'll have the Akatsuki go up against the Hokage and Jim. In terms of table position, this will be first versus third. Both teams still hold their initial wave 9 positions despite ASF1 playing and winning their match against Team Sonic earlier on in the wave. The first game of the set will see Kakuzu and Sasori take on Hiruzen and Tobirama. The best individual record in this game is Hiruzen's 5-0 win to loss difference. Both Tobirama and Hiruzen are proficient when at distance due to the usage of ranged jutsu. Hiruzen's Doton Doryudan coupled with the tried and tested water laser present themselves as obstacles that are quite difficult for enemy AI to overcome. Kakuzu, Tobirama, and Hiruzen all have some form of substitution jutsu, with the hard skin of Team Akatsuki's treasurer being able to withstand prolonged periods of pressure. Sasori probably has the best super of the first 4 fighters in the form of his Iron Fountain. The move has a large hitbox and a lot of active frames that linger on screen. If Sasori can use his trump card before getting spammed down by the second and third Hokage, then the Akatsuki could earn a point at minimum from this set. The second game of the set will see Hidan and Tobi intercept Tsunade and Minato. Tobi's Kamui phase is present as a special, as a sub, as a guard cancel, and as a run. This technique allows him to phase through opponents' normals and specials. This is of particular importance against up-close brawlers like Tsunade. Minato's flying Raijin Rasengan teleport makes him very difficult to stop or hit while he has available power to use. The Shiki Fujin can also be difficult for enemy characters to deal with if it lands successfully, as it seals away their power. Tsunade possesses numerous healing jutsu which can make her difficult to defeat when combined with her substitution, which also heals. While in her awakening, Tsunade cannot be killed by normals, which only adds to her survivability. Hidan possesses a substitution in the form of his 3000 power super, the Link Stab, when he falls below 240 HP. If Hidan awakens, he will be immortal to all normals used by his opponents, which could make a huge difference. Hidan will most likely outlive his teammate, but if enough damage was done, a 1v2 could be on the cards for game number 2. That's gonna wrap it up for the pre-match breakdown. What do you think the result of this set will be? Make your predictions and get ready for the match. As stated before, this is first versus third. Hokage were in first place at the start of Mugen League, at the start of this season. But any team that wins this, you gotta think goes top of the table outright. Let the games begin. Alright, Kakuzu in the air, using his landslide. Multiple substitutions being used by Hiruzen there. He's probably run out of substitutions at that HP threshold. Iron Spike now being used by Sasori, who's left on his own to charge up power, while Kakuzu takes the fight to both the second and third Hokage. The baton toss, the baton wave has been used by Hiruzen, but it's not enough to stop Sasori, who's just using Iron Slab, Iron Spike. But luckily for Team Hokage, Sasori has not used his Iron Fountain, which I said is probably the best super in this match so far. Windstorm being used by Kakuzu into the enhanced flamethrower. Hiruzen and Tobirama will most likely go down. Hiruzen is down. It's just Tobirama left, and yes, he doesn't have any substitutions that can help him out of that one. The flamethrower coming out from Sasori that time instead of Kakuzu. Team Akatsuki are going to take round number 1. Now I will mention something about Tobirama. His substitution is actually an attack. He uses the flying Raijin to teleport, and he also hits you. He smacks you. And the reason it's like that is because it's part of his combo that is put as his substitution jutsu. Anyway, water laser being used by Sasori. Water laser being used by the absolute progenitor of the technique. It's Tobirama, you already know. Kakuzu is using his hard skin to avoid most of the damage from water laser, but if you look at Sasori, he has no such privilege. He's getting absolutely destroyed by the water laser. The water laser spammer, the water laser great. Before everybody else had water laser, it was Tobirama spamming it up with water laser, and Sasori is going to go down to just that technique alone, basically. Landslide has been used by Kakuzu. He's trying to 1v2 both Hokage. I don't think he has it in him. He's going to actually use his hard skin to avoid the swirling water spiral, but he cannot avoid the rest of the onslaught. Hiruzen and Tobirama say, yo, listen, we were the original top 1, and we're going back for that title right now. A loss here would definitely be difficult for Akatsuki. They would still be in top 8, mind you, but if they lose, they probably lose their shot at the top spot. Alright, Kakazu using the heart steal against Tobirama, going for it again. Tobirama with the delayed wake up. Sasori has not used Iron... Okay, I paused there for a second because I thought he was going to use it. Sasori has not used Iron Fountain whatsoever. He's opting to go for Iron Slabs as well as the Iron Rain, another Iron Slab case in point, but it's actually getting the job done. No Iron Fountains being used so far, none needed, says Sasori. Oh no, the Shiki Fujin! Who's that going to hit? Is that going to hit both of them? I think he hits both of them. So now, every time their chakra goes up to like 500 or 250, they will go into hit stun and they will not charge up past that amount. Hiruzen is down. It's just Tobirama left to 1v2. Both opponents look like they have been sealed. No, it's just Sasori who's been affected by the seal. But every time Sasori charges up, you can see he's going into hit stun at the very moment because of the Shiki Fujin. So if Tobirama can finish off Kakazu, he has a chance, but no. Sasori, the Shiki Fujin chakra seal wears off. Sasori gets a charge up to power. He also gets to awaken. The Iron Slab being used by the third Kazekage puppet of Sasori will be enough. Kakazu weathered the storm of Tobirama. But yo, listen bro, when Tobirama said it was time to spam, it was time to spam. Nobody spams water laser like the original, like the Tobirama. Tsunade and Minato are trying to secure a point for Team Hokage. Hidan and Tobi are trying to finish the job. Rasengan has been charged up by Minato. Oh, the Flying Raijin level 2 Rasengan got interrupted. Didn't even know that was possible, not even gonna lie. It looks like Hidan probably interrupted it with his sight hunt, going for guillotine now. Minato dashing around, rod shots being used by Hidan. Now, one thing I didn't mention about Kakazu in the previous game, he actually has 1050 HP. Hidan has 1200 HP, the most HP of any character in Mugen League. If we don't count transformations and stuff like that. Anyway, it's Hidan versus Tsunade. Probably the most ideal matchup. Oh no, Tobi versus Minato. This is kind of canon, is it not? Scythe upper. Oh, and then just like how Tobi lost to Minato in the anime, the Flying Raijin level 2. Tenshi Bakusao being used by Tobi. Minato getting hit by Rod Shot. Teleports out. Flying Raijin level 2 connects against Hidan and Tobi. Tsunade trying to keep both opponents off of her partner there. But I believe Tobi went for his dig bomb, which allowed him to escape the Flying Raijin level 2. Tsunade is going to awaken, and when she does, she will passively heal. She can also heal herself even more. So now it is officially a 1v2. Sending out the needles is Tsunade. Minato has been dealt with. It is just Tobi and Hidan versus Tsunade by herself, using the uppercut, getting hit by rod shots. Like I said, she cannot die from normals. The only way to beat Tsunade in this state is to hit her with a special move or a super move. The double landslide almost finishes off Hidan. Tsunade is going to get hit by the mid-air scythe upper. Tobi is going to awaken, but Tsunade is still being juggled. Tsunade is still being juggled in the air. So it looks like none of the specials can kill her off in some instances. The reason Tsunade is still alive is because she was in her awakening, and now she's going up against Tobi. Tobi has 3000 power. Can he win the first round? Tsunade's awakening is done, and I think Tsunade is on borrowed time as Tobi used the New World Super. That is a super that he gets in his Sharingan mode, I think. The New World Super, and he just used it there to finish off Tsunade. So apparently when Tsunade awakens, she was not getting finished off by the scythe upper of Hidan, even though Hidan hit her with the move like 5 times. So I guess she's immune to that move as well as the normals. Creeping Slash being used by Hidan. The Gamma Bunta has been summoned on top of Tobi. He'll walk that one off. Flying Raijin level 2. You already know. Hidan taking the brunt of that damage, but hold on. The 3000 power super. The bomb counter being used by Tobi, doing a good amount of damage to Tsunade. She's the one that lasted the longer of the two between her and Minato in the first round. I don't think Tsunade is going to last that long. I don't think Tsunade is going to last that long in this time. I don't think Tsunade is going to last that long this time, as the giant Rasengan comes out from Minato. Does not finish off Hidan. Tobi has seen it fit to go for his awakening. Rod Toss has been used into the awakening of Hidan. Hidan is going to awaken. So the same thing we saw with Tsunade in the previous round, where she's immortal, we're going to see it with Hidan, because he's in awakening and now he's also immortal. Minato has he has it all to do right now, dropping the Gamma Hero Summon on top of both opponents. Now, when Hidan is in his awakening, similar to Tsunade, he will also passively heal over time. If you look at his HP, he's still healing. He's gonna get hit, or he's gonna launch the Creeping Slash against Minato, and then Hidan and Tobi, just a bit too strong for the 5th and 4th Hokage, Team Akatsuki will walk away with the 2-0 victory and the 3 points. With all that being done, we have come to the end of this video. So as always, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Leave a like for all the talk and subscribe for more content, and sound your voice in the comments. And did you get this prediction right? If you got it right, you can post in the comment. If you got it wrong and you feel brave, you can also post it in the comments as well.
6番隊副隊長あばらいレンチ Round 1